Hello friends, welcome to Prajunclasses, my YouTube channel. Earlier also I had posted two videos on list of headings and those were in Hindi. So today I am going to post one more video on list of headings which is going to cover one extra tip so that it becomes very easy for you to solve them. So let's begin. So this is the reading we are going to do today, and for your better understanding, I have divided the paragraphs. Okay, let's come to paragraph A. Even earlier, I have mentioned that in list of headings, the most important thing to do is to mark the keywords properly. Because when you are reading the passage, you should have some idea of what you have marked. So the first list of headings is areas we have marked, artifacts and pyramid. So artifacts means things. Basically, we have understood that areas and artifacts within the pyramid. If we get something of this, then one will be the answer. Second is a difficult task for those involved. So difficult task is important. And third is a king who saved his people. So obviously we can understand a king who saved his people. Fourth is a single certainty. That is something which is certain among other less definite facts. So there is a contrast between something very certain and something less definite. Fifth is an overview, means overview, and of what? The external buildings and areas. So they're going to talk in detail about external buildings. Fifth is pyramid design, others copied. So we should have an idea, somebody copied the design. Seventh is an idea for changing. There's an idea for changing, altering the design of burial structures. So there is an idea. If you get something of this in the paragraph, then this will be the answer. Eighth, we have incredible. Incredible is a very fascinating, incredible experience which you cannot forget. Despite a few remains. Despite means they are very less, remains left. Now, last night is answers to some unexpected. Unexpected is important than answers, questions. So, friends, when I have read this, and today you will also agree, you will be able to recall at least 40-50% of what you have done just now. So let's today I'm going to give you a chance to do yourself for 1 minute and then I'll explain. But the first one we'll do it together. So let's start. Pyramids. The pyramids are some structures you must have heard there in Egypt. For burying the kings. Uh, they are famous monuments. They are monuments of what Egypt, and still they hold enormous interest for people in the present day. So they are even important in the present day. So, friends, to understand the sentence properly, even in your true false, I say that please understand the question by breaking it up. It becomes very easy. So these grand, impressive tributes to the memory of it is to the memory of the Egyptian kings. They have become linked with the country. They have become linked with the country is important. Okay, even though other cultures such as Chinese and Man also build pyramids. So there are other cultures also. They also build pyramids. Okay, the evolution of the pyramid form has been written. So this is important. Written evolution. Evolution means the start of the pyramid has been written and argued what for centuries. Okay. However, there is no question that. So, however, they are saying there is no question. There is a contradiction here. Okay. Whenever there is, however, there is a contradiction. There is no question that as far as Egypt is concerned, okay, it began with one monument to one king, designed by one. So there is no question about all these things. So now the next thing is after getting an idea about the paragraph and marking a few keywords, we go to the list of headings and start with the first one. The areas, artifacts, pyramid. So here I did not get anything about artifacts. So this cannot be. A difficult task for those involved. So there was no mention about difficult task. A king who saved, no. A single certainty among other less definite facts. So here one can stop a single certainty. So they is saying there is no question as far as Egypt is concerned. This means it is certain. And why among other less tempted facts? Because there has been evolution of the pyramid form has been written and argued. So for other cultures, it has been argued. But in Egypt's case, it is certain. So the answer has to be 4. So friends, now before I explain this paragraph, please stop the video for 1 minute and try to do it yourself because that is going to help you. Even if you get it wrong after the explanation, believe me, your understanding will be much better. Okay, so now what do we have there? Dozer. So we know the name of the king was the first king of the third and the first to build in stone. Prior. Prior means before Dozer reign, before his rule, tombs were rectangular monuments. So they are giving a size. They were like shape. They were rectangulars made of dried clay brick, which covered underground passages. Okay, passages where the deceased person was buried. So they were rectangular in shape and made of dried clay. For reasons which remain unclear, Dawson's main official, whose name was Imhotep, so reasons unclear, conceived means he thought of building a taller, more impressive tomb. So he wanted to change for his king by stacking stone slabs on top of one another. So instead of rectangular, he wanted to change the shape, making them smaller to form the shape now known. So after reading this, we can go back to the list of headings. The areas and I should mark this 4. This has been updated. Uh, the areas and artifacts within the pyramid, no, there's no mention of that. A difficult task, no, nothing but too difficult. A king who saved, no. An overview, no. External buildings within that. A pyramid design that others copied, no. There's no mention of copy. An idea for changing the design of building structures. So now this is amply clear because there is an idea which he conceived, the official, and he wanted to change the design from rectangular to slabs on top of one another. So this has to be the answer. So the answer in this case is 7. So I'm giving you 1 minute to first do it yours. So in this paragraph C, we have the step pyramid. Okay, type of pyramid. It has been thoroughly examined. It has been examined and investigated over the last century. And it is now known that the building process went through many different stages. So many different stages. It changed. Historians mark the comments on this writing. Much experimentation was involved, which is especially clear in the construction of the pyramid. In the center of the complex, it had several plans, okay, before it became the first top period in history, piling 6 levels on top of one another. So they are describing the pyramid, one of one another. The weight of the mass and challenge was a challenge for the builders. So it was a challenge for the builders who placed the stones at an inward incline in order to prevent the monument breaking down. So there is something about challenge. Now, let's come back to the list of headings. We have areas and artifacts within the pyramid. No, there's nothing. A difficult task for those involved. Now, we have said that it was a challenge for the difficult builders. So, this is gelling, a difficult task and challenge. So, of course, 2 has to be the answer. But let us see if there's a better answer than this. A king who saved? No. A single certainty. So, we have marked this and we have marked 7. So, we should know what we marked. An overview of the external buildings? No. A pyramid design copied? No. An incredible experience? Few remains? No. Answers to some? No. So, this is a difficult task for those involved, and the answer is 2. I hope you're getting the answers right. And in case you're not, now with this understanding, there is actually no substitute for reading the paragraph. But there is one extra text which I'm going to give in today's video, and that is, in case the passage is slightly big, the paragraph is big, then in that you read the first two or three lines and read. If there's an answer you get, it's okay. This will save your time. Or you read, if you don't get in the first three, read the last. So let's try this method in paragraph B. When finally completed, okay, the step pyramid rose 62 meters high. It went up to this much height and was the tallest structure of its time. So it was the tallest structure. And the complex in it was built was the size of a city. It was great in ancient Egypt and included a temple, courtyards, shrines, and living quarters for the priests. So this is important. So the pyramid was built, but around that pyramid, the complex in it which was built, there was a temple, courtyard, shrines, and living quarters. So after reading this, let's try if we can get the answer. The areas and artifacts within the pyramid itself. So this is within the pyramid, and what we have read is the outside. So this cannot be the answer, and we should take difficult tasks for those involved. We should take single certainty, and we should accept. Now let's go move to the next one. A king who saved no. An overview of the external buildings and areas. So overview means a description of the external buildings and areas. So here it is that external buildings are temple, courtyard. So this is probably the answer, but let me read the next ones. A pyramid design copied no, and incredible action despite no. The answers to no. So the answer has to be 5. And let us do this. So let us read the first 3 lines, and then if we don't get the answer, we'll read the last 3 lines. So the burial chamber of the tomb. So the burial chamber where you buried the king of the tomb, where the king's body, they have read, was laid to rest, was dug beneath the base of the pyramid. So base means underground, surrounded by a vast maze of long. So there were long tunnels in that, rooms of them to discourage robbers. So that no robber could get inside. One of the most mysterious discoveries found inside the pyramid was a large number of stone vessels. Okay, over 40,000 of these vessels of various forms and shapes were discovered in the stone. So let's try if we can get an answer on based on this. The areas and artifacts within the pyramid itself. So now we are talking about within the burial chamber, within. And artifacts are things. So we are talking about vessels. So this is probably the answer. But let me see the remaining ones. A king who saved, no. A pyramid design copied, no. Incredible experience, no. An answer to some unexpected questions, no. So friends, even though you have not read the remaining paragraph, but you're getting a sure answer by reading the first 4 lines. So my suggestion is to save time, you should go with your gut feeling and mark it. So we'll mark 1. Now we are left with paragraphs F and G. So please take time to do it yourself, and then you should open the video. So unfortunately, all of the precautions and intricate design of the underground network did not prevent ancient robbers from finding a way. In spite of taking so many precautions, robbers could find a way. So those grave goods, and even his body. Grave means the important goods were stolen. They were stolen at some point in the past, and all archaeologists found were a small number of his valuables, overlooked by the thieves. So thieves did not, see this, or they overlooked, and these valuables were left. So there was enough left through the pyramid and its complex. However, now to astonish and amaze the archaeologists, Okay, now let's see. A king who said no. So friends, let me tell you one thing. If you do this in a proper manner, then in the end, it becomes comparatively easy because then you're left with fewer choices. So in this case, we are left with these two now, and incredible experience despite the few remains. Now, as you will understand, this is certainly the answer. Incredible experience you have got from astonished and amazed, and few remains they've already mentioned, some remains were left. So this 8 is certainly the answer. So now, friends, we are just left with three choices: 3, 6, and 9. And let's do paragraph G. Ecologist, he writes, few monuments hold a place in the human history as significant as that of the step pyramid. So you must be understanding. If you break it up, you can easily say that there is an Egyptologist, and he writes that very few monuments they are so important in human history as that of the step pyramid in Saqqara. It can be said without exaggeration. This pyramid constitutes a milestone. So milestone means it's very important in the evolution of monuments to stone. It started off this thing, and in the world as a whole. The step pyramid was a revolutionary advance. It was an advance in architecture, okay, and became the architect which all the other great pyramid builders of Egypt would follow. Would follow means so they would copy. They would copy this because this was revolutionary and this was the first one. So here we have the answer. A pyramid design that others copied, 6. So 6 has to be the answer. I hope this video has been helpful to you and you will be able to score better marks in list of earnings. If you have liked this video, please like and subscribe it, and also press the notification icon bell so that you may get all my future notifications of videos.